What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Dante86, just coming here to give you all a update on what's going on in my world. This week was spring break for me. Yes, awesome. And guess what I got to do? I got to sit in bed sick until Wednesday of my spring break. And then I went home to Dallas and got to hang out with a few friends, did a little photo shoot with my cousin, and hung out with another cousin and spent a lot of money, but eh. Got some new clothes though. Yeah. But anyways, just an update on everything that's been going on. Now, I know I've given you some updates of teaching and everything, and now that spring break is over, it's like I'm at that final push. I just need to make it to the end of the year, and I will have 1 year of teaching under my belt. That'd be awesome. But over this year of teaching, there's been a lot to go on in my personal life, actually. Um, as a lot of you know, first off, this is my first time living away from home, other than being in college. I mean, it kind of feels like I'm living in a dorm right now in an apartment. But, I mean, this is my first time living out on my own, financially independent and everything. So, it's really cool. And I pretty much grew up in a week, well, in a month. Because, okay, um, embarrassing, but I didn't get my license until this summer when I was 25 years old. Shame on me. I never really had a need to drive when I was in college, and I was just like, whatever, I'll get it when I need it. So I needed it this summer so I could start trying to get better jobs and whatnot, and not just keep working at Target for the rest of my life. But I got my license. And shortly after I got my license, I got my new job, which I'm working at right now, my teaching job. And then because of that, that's like 2 hours away. So I had to move out and get my own apartment. So all of that happened this summer up till now. So I went from being a kid to being a grown up in 1 month. So that was pretty awesome. Um, and then through this year of teaching, it's been awesome, but there have been a lot of ups and downs. I haven't really discussed some of these things, but yeah. Um, the biggest thing that happened was my grandfather actually passed away back in November 16th, I believe. Um, and it's something that had been going on for a while. I know my mom, I had talked to her like a few months before, and she had been saying that, oh, my daddy's sick and he's not doing too well, and I don't like what's going on.
Message from Chris Demmer.
Thank,
Message from Chris Demmer.
thank you, Chris. Thank you. Um, anyways, she was saying how things weren't going well with him, and I needed to come home whenever I could to see him. So I was busy here, and it was around in October, I believe. It was when the high school students got to sing in the region choir. Um, we took them to for their whole day. You know, the whole day they have to do the rehearsal with the conductor who's going to be conducting the region concert and everything. And me and the high school choir director went for support, and it was cool and everything. And of course, I didn't drive my own car. We rode in one of the school vehicles there, and so I was stuck there. And I got a call from my mom saying that my grandpa was doing pretty bad, so I needed to get home. I couldn't because we were there with the boys, and I had to stay there because I was already there. I didn't have a ride home, and I had to stay there through the concert and everything that night. So I didn't end up getting home till like 10 o'clock that night, and um, talked to my parents, and they were saying just come home tomorrow. And turns out that day was the last day that my grandfather was actually conscious. After that, he was in the vegetative state from then on. So The doctors were trying to figure out what was going on, and everything just kept getting worse and worse and worse. And then he finally passed away in November, a little bit before Thanksgiving. We actually had the funeral right after Thanksgiving. But in all actuality, my grandfather actually passed away the day that I was at that concert for the kids. I don't regret it, but at the same time, it's kind of like that was my last chance to actually talk to my grandfather, and I wasn't able to. So it really sucks when stuff like that happens because I actually got the phone call about my grandfather and them pulling him off the support machines um, when I was teaching. It was during pre-K. We have two rotations of pre-K every day, and it was in the second rotation was about to come in, and I had already let administration and my cooperating teacher know kind of what was going on, and I got that phone call, and I just had to up and go. Told my mom. They were saying that they were gonna try to wait for me to pull the plug. I'm like, don't, because I'm 2 hours away. I saw him. He was just asleep, but I didn't get to see him. I just didn't get to talk to him. But, like I said, I don't regret it because I know that my grandfather would have wanted me to be doing what I was doing and supporting my students and being an impact, making an impact in their lives. So, I mean, that's where I was, and I had made that commitment to them. And I mean, like I said, I was kind of stuck there, didn't have my own vehicle, and I couldn't leave. But I don't regret it. But that's the biggest thing that happened. And then just parents getting older and different health issues popping up with my father. He's never really been sick, but he's been fighting with high blood pressure here recently, and they're trying to get that under control. So, just little things are constantly on my mind with everything that's going on. But for the most part, well, I mean, honestly, the year hadn't been bad. This year hadn't been bad. It's just been some emotional times here. But 1 year almost done. I am enjoying the job, and yeah. Oh, and an update on the students as well, the high school guys. Um, they did their thing in another competition, and this time they made it to state. So got a little bit more to do, and hopefully they'll do good things when we take them to state. But yeah, that's what's been going on. Elementary is cool for the most part. If you know me, you know what that means. I'm not gonna get into details on that, but yeah, let's just say I have to put my foot down quite a bit with my elementary kids. But it's good. It's a really good experience, and I've had my observation done, and it's all proficient and exceeds. That means it's like A's and B's if that's my report card. So I'm doing a good job. Um, if you have any questions, feel free to ask me down below. And that's just what's been going on with me. I got to get back to reality now because I got to go teach tomorrow. My spring break is over. Lord. But it's all good. All right. Peace.